on? This is Adam from Green Auto Services, and if you have a dodgy indicator stalk on a 2008 Ford Fiesta that you need to replace, you need to stay and watch this video. It's a super easy fix that you can totally do yourself at home. Okay, so here we are inside the car. Now this is a Ford Fiesta 2008 1.6 litre. Now the issue with this is that it has a dodgy indicator stalk. Now I'm going to turn you straight around to show you exactly what I'm dealing with. You're going to have to just trust me. It feels super awkward, super broken, which is why we're changing it out. So let me show you exactly what I can see right here. So with the ignition on, it does actually work. There's left and then there's right. However, the actual feel of it is pretty loose, and actually when I'm actually driving it, as you're turning the wheel, it should cancel itself, but in this case, you know, it doesn't, and it just feels a little bit floppy. And that's fully up. Yeah, like I said, you're going to have to take my word for it. Have a little feel of, you'll know when it's going wrong because it either won't cancel or you'll have to just flick it back down to stop it. But either way, I know for a fact that this is faulty and we're going to have to change it out. So let's do that now. Okay, the best bit of advice I can give you first is actually go and get a new one, so that when you get a new one, you can actually look at it and compare it. So this is the new module that you get. As you can see, it comes as a complete unit. Now this is really good news because you really don't have to take off too much to actually install this, and it's literally just one plug which plugs in the bottom and the rest is purely mechanical. So once you've had a little good look around, seeing how it fits, just pop that to one side and then bring yourself back to the steering wheel. Now the first thing that we're going to do is remove the plastic cowling which surrounds the steering column. There are 3 screws that you need to take out. The first one is underneath. I believe it's a T25, which is just under there, and then the other 2 are hiding. Now you're gonna have to have a combination of the steering lock off to be able to do this, but if you're looking at the steering wheel, you want to turn it to 90 degrees to the right, and you can probably just see right there is another screw. That'll just get you zoomed in on. That's another T25, and you probably guessed it. If you turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, oh, it's pretty hard when it's not on, it exposes the 3rd screw that is just in there. Now they're all T25s, so you want to go ahead and remove that. Just a normal Torx driver will get that out, and then once you've got all 3 of them out, we'll then go ahead and start taking the cowling off. Okay, as you can see, there is 1 Torx screw removed. I'll pull the steering wheel over. That is the 2nd one removed, and of course the 3rd one, apologies for the light if you can't see it, but that one's been removed as well. So now the plastic cowling that surrounds the steering column and the key is actually loose. Now it comes in 2 parts. You can probably just see where the join is around up and over the other stalk, and the other side as well. So what's going to happen, this literally just splits apart. There's a couple of plastic clips that hold that together. You will need 2 hands, and with a combination of releasing the steering column or the steering wheel column adjuster will help you remove those trims. So what I'm going to try and do is try and get you mounted just to the left of me whilst I remove all this, just to give you an idea of how it comes apart. Okay, and just like that, the cowling is now removed. If you didn't quite see, you can actually take the top part of the cowling off. I'll just turn you around. It actually does just clip into the back of there. So once you've released all the screws, or once you've taken the screws out, you can just pull this up, give it a small pull tug towards you, and it will just come out. So on the back of here, you've got a couple of plastic recesses on either side that just locate into these plastic mounts on either side, and they literally are just a pull and a push fit. But once that's done, and I'll pop that aside, you can now actually see that, and we can pull the steering column down and lock that in place. We can actually now see the top and exposed part of the module behind the steering wheel. So again, using as your old indicator stalk as reference, there's basically two things you need to know. Number one, there is one multi-plug just here which needs to come out first. Now there's a push tab on the back of it, you have to push in and pull down, and there we go. And the last little bit, the whole unit is going to come up and outwards, and the only thing stopping that is a small tab just at the end of my finger here. But the best way to do this is with one hand pull that tab backwards, and with the other hand just gently push up from underneath it. I was actually just pushing up from where the multi-plug plugged in, and if you push up, there we go, the unit just pops straight out the top, and there we are. That is one unit out, and just remember how it came out. It literally slid upwards, because the new one, yep, you guessed it, is just going to slide straight down and clip into place. So from here onwards, you just want to compare it with the new one. Now, I know for a fact that this is correct. It's got the same part numbers, and this one is actually a genuine Ford one, and it didn't actually cost me that much, which is always good news. And the way to fit this is completely in reverse order. So just very gently locate it into place, and then listen for the little click. Make sure that locating tab is sprung over. Come down to the side, get your multi-plug, and with only one hand, because obviously you'll have a camera in your hand when you do this, just push that up and listen for the little click once that's back in situ. Now, before you actually go ahead and put the plastic cowling back on the steering column, you can totally go ahead and test it. So with the key on, everything's working, and that feels so much better. It feels a lot more secure, and each click, even when it cancels itself, actually feels like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So from here onwards, all you would literally do, pop the cowling back on in reverse order. Don't forget the 1, 2 and 3 screws. Take it for a test drive and make sure everything's working order. And there we are, it is as easy as that. And there we are, guys. Now, this is probably a much shorter video compared to most of them that's on the channel, but this is a very useful tip if you just want to change out an indicator stalk for yourself. So on that note, thank you ever so much for watching. Really appreciate your support. Don't forget to drop us a like, a comment, more importantly, hit that subscribe button. Thank you ever so much indeed, and we'll see you guys in the next video.